Kent State Center for Sexual and Relationship Violence and Support Services held their Take Back the Night walk for sexual assault victims. We have the recap.
We've been starting to see some colder temperatures lately. I've got all the details on the fall weather.
Ukraine is putting their name in the hat to host one of the world's biggest events. Stay tuned to find out what it is.
Kent State head coach Sean Lewis has been brought up as a head coaching candidate at the University of Wisconsin. More ahead as TV2 News starts right now.
This is TV2 News.
Good Wednesday evening, Portage County, and thank you for joining us. I'm Alexandria Manthey.
And I'm Matt Corrali. We begin tonight's show with reports that have been making the rounds on social media about a man chasing women in university dorm halls.
Yeah, that's right. Our correspondent Noah Rowe has more about the incident.
That's right, Alex and Matt. Reports on social media say a man chased women in Wright and Centennial halls last night. We spoke with one of the victims who describes her experience as terrifying.
I hear the door open at the bottom of the stairwell, and then I hear somebody take a few steps, and then I hear somebody yell, "I'm going to get you," and then starts running up. Then I hear them running up the steps. And then since I heard them running, I started running, which when I started running made them run faster because they realized somebody was in the stairwell.
Now, students have reported that the suspect had been armed with a knife. However, due to the quality of the footage, KSU PD is unable to confirm if the man actually had a weapon on him. The suspect is described as a male who is said to have been wearing a dark hoodie, dark pants, and a white mask. KSU PD has stated that no one has been caught at the time, but they urge students to contact Kent State Police immediately if they have any information or see any suspicious behavior. Reporting from Franklin Hall Studio, I'm Noah Rowe.
Noah, thank you. Last night, Kent State had their annual Take Back the Night Speak Out. Students marched in support for those who have been victims of sexual assault. The march is to say that everyone in the university community should feel safe walking alone at dark. The event also had people speaking about their personal experiences and writing down the names of those who hurt them on a piece of paper and burned them in a fire.
Kent State's first anti-racism conference will be held October 6th and 7th, both virtually and in person. The goal of the conference is to educate about racial inequality and promote an atmosphere of advocacy for anti-racism at Kent State. The event will feature a keynote speech from Benita Love, a performance from Gum Dip Theater, and a presentation entitled How Activists Will Save the World by Elizabeth Vega. Visit kentwire.com for information on how to register.
Students can register to vote with undergraduate student government. USG will be registering students to vote from 4 to 9 in the library all the way up until the final day of registration, which is October 11th.
The Portage County Sheriff's Department has confiscated a variety of drugs in a traffic stop yesterday in Ravenna. At least 4 bags of methamphetamine were found, as well as several packages of fentanyl and Xanax pills. Investigators say the driver was initially pulled over for misdemeanor traffic violations near Madison Street and West Riddle Avenue on Tuesday.
Earlier today, a fatal crash occurred near Camp James A. Garfield on Route 5 in Paris Township. According to the Newton Falls Fire Department, one person was pronounced dead on scene and another taken to the hospital. The Ohio State Highway Patrol is investigating the crash.
Mark Chappell has been named as Ravenna's new fire chief, taking over for Chief Joffrey Cleveland. Chappell was named interim fire chief when Cleveland retired in April of 2021. He had been acting as fire chief for 18 months while Cleveland was on a leave of absence due to an illness in his family. Chappell will now receive a shorter job title and a pay increase.
Well, Alex, even though today was an increase in temperature from days past, something tells me that we won't see these type of temps for the rest of the year.
You know, I'm not sure of the temperatures that we're going to see coming up, but I'm sure our weather anchor, Alexa Blakely, will. Alexa, how are we going to be feeling this warm weather anytime soon?
Hi guys. Unfortunately, it's looking like those warmer temperatures aren't going to be seen again for a while. It's definitely starting to feel like fall out there. And today we're seeing some pretty chilly temperatures at 67 degrees, but it feels more like 66. It's not too windy today, moving northwest at 3 miles per hour, and really low humidity, which is nice, at 32%, and high visibility at 9 miles today. And going farther into the evening, it's going to get even chillier. So when you go to bed tonight, remember warm pajamas, warm blankets, because by 8 p.m. we're going to be dropping down all the way to 59 degrees, 53 by 10 p.m., and all the way to 51 by midnight. But looking on the bright side of things, we're going to have a really beautiful, clear skies tonight, so that makes it a little bit better. Looking at temperatures all across Ohio, they are seeing some warmer temperatures than us today. I'm a little bit jealous. We're seeing some really warm temperatures over in Dayton and Cincinnati at 77 and 76. But over on this side of Ohio, we're seeing temperatures a little bit closer to what we are seeing today, like 71 in Steubenville. And if we zoom in on Northeast Ohio, we have a lot of people in the 70s, 73 in Sandusky, 72 in Mansfield. And we have, unfortunately, one of the coldest temperatures of the day, but Ashtabula has beat us out for the coldest at 67. Now that's all I have for you right now, but stay tuned because when I come back later, I'll have your 7-day forecast. Back to the desk.
Alexa, thank you. On Friday night, a Stowe woman and Brunswick man were charged with public indecency at Cedar Point. Sandusky police said that the couple was recorded by a 17-year-old girl taking part in sexual activity while in line at the Fairground Freak Show attraction. The man initially denied the report when approached by officers. However, Sandusky PD arrested the couple with the videos recorded by the 17-year-old placed into evidence.
And 4 civil lawsuits have been settled in Trumbull County after a Portage County man took legal action for allegedly violating sunshine laws. Brian Ames has filed over 20 lawsuits filed against local governments alleging they've been violating open meeting laws. Ames has analyzed public meeting notes from the area and found 6 local communities not in compliance. Kinsman and Champions cases will be heard in October and in January of 2023.
Ohio Governor Mike DeWine made a trip to the Mahoning Valley Campus of Care in Mineral Ridge at 10:30 this morning. The organization is celebrating the groundbreaking of a greenhouse on campus. Director Kim Hawk from the Department of Developmental Disabilities and Director Kevin Miller from Opportunities for Ohioans with Disabilities was at the event as well.
October is officially Employee Ownership Month here in Ohio. Governor DeWine and Lieutenant Governor Husted issued a proclamation recognizing the impact employee-owned companies have on Ohio's economy. It also acknowledged the work of the Ohio Employee Ownership Center based here on campus, which requested the proclamation. Since 1987, the OEOC has worked with more than 700 business owners, 100 of which have transitioned their business to some form of employee ownership.
When we come back, Hurricane Ian has come and gone, and we'll tell you about its devastating aftermath.
Russian President Vladimir Putin has signed an annexation of 4 Ukrainian regions. How this will impact the war in Ukraine.
Are you tired of razor bumps and burn?
Too busy to shave every day?
Ditch the razor. Treat yourself to self-care that's smooth.
New Waxing Center, across from Ravina Walmart.
Less than 15 minutes from KSU.
Not ready to part ways with your hair?
Choose skincare with our custom facials and age-defying treatments.
Call to book a reservation
at Universe Luxury Waxing Center at 330-548-9570. 330-548-9570.
The College of Public Health at Kent State University prepares students for careers in some of today's most exciting health fields. Public health professionals impact lives by monitoring clinical trials, advocating for mental health, supporting active lifestyles, and more. The College of Public Health also offers open courses for any major, including its most famous course, Zombie Outbreak. Public health students can even study abroad and are encouraged to join the Public Health Student Alliance. For more information, visit kent.edu/public health. Public health, solving our problems together.
Tomorrow's news leaders.
Today's top stories.
From an award-winning student newsroom.
This is TV2 News, truly Portage County.
October's starting to get in full swing. Now is a great time to let you know that it is Mental Health Awareness Month.
That's right. Now, the Recreation and Wellness Center here on campus will host several events to promote mental well-being, like meditation, depression screenings, and virtual workshops. For more information, visit the website at the bottom of your screen. Do you think there's a mental health crisis in the country? If you said yes, you're not alone. 9 out of 10 adults think the U.S. is in a crisis, according to a new CNN poll. More than half identified as mental health issues among kids and teenagers as a crisis, along with severe mental illnesses in adults. The CDC says suicide rates were near a record high after 2 years of a decline. And in 2020, mental health-related visits to the emergency room jumped 31% among kids ages 12 to 17.
Alina health workers in Minneapolis have been going on strike for 100 days, with the last day of the strike being today. On Monday, the group walked off the job, pushing for fair pay, benefits, and more safety for patients and staff. In a statement, Alina Health called the wage and benefit increases, quote, unrealistic and unsustainable.
Today, we have one job, and only one job, and that's to make sure the people of Florida get everything that they need to thoroughly recover.
President Joe Biden will travel to Fort Myers, Florida today to get a first-hand look at the devastation left by Hurricane Ian. He will meet with federal, local, and state officials on the current response and recovery efforts.
Meanwhile, people from the hard-hit barrier islands are waiting desperately to be allowed back home. But for more weather here at home, here's our own Alexa Blakely.
Welcome back, everyone. I know you've been waiting for the rest of today's weather forecast, so I won't keep you waiting any longer. So first, we're going to take a look at temperatures that we're going to be seeing overnight. So it's going to be a cold one at 49 degrees tonight. A little bit windier, moving southwest at 5 miles per hour, and we're going to be seeing sunset tonight at 7:01 p.m. Now we're going to be seeing beautiful clear skies for the first part of the night, but as the night goes on, we are going to start seeing some more clouds, and then we're going to have our sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:27 a.m. And speaking of tomorrow morning, it's going to be a chilly one, starting out at 49 degrees at 6 a.m. and moving up just a little bit to 53 degrees by 9 a.m. So if you have any early classes, it might be a good idea to bring a jacket. And it's going to get a little bit warmer by noon at 65 degrees, but still colder than the temperatures we're seeing today. And all throughout that morning, it's going to be like partly cloudy, getting a little bit cloudier as the morning goes on. And finally, I have our 7-day forecast for the week. So tomorrow it's going to be cloudy, but luckily a little bit warmer at 72 degrees. But by Friday, we're going to be seeing those colder temperatures again with a high of 53, and we are going to be seeing a 54% chance of rain. Over the weekend, it's going to be a little bit chilly, starting off Saturday with 54 degrees and Sunday with 61 degrees, but Sunday we are going to have a beautiful sunny day. Now on Monday, we're going to be seeing 62 degrees, Tuesday 64 degrees, but that sun is going to be back, and next Wednesday, still chilly temperatures, but partly cloudy. Now that is all I have for you today, Portage County. Stay safe and stay warm, and have a great rest of your week.
Thanks, Alexa. SpaceX crews are headed to the International Space Station with a diverse and historic crew on board. The crew is known as Crew 5 and includes the first Russian cosmonaut and first Native American woman to be sent into space. The Falcon 9 rocket launched from Kennedy Space Center at noon today with favorable weather conditions. And astronauts will be working to conduct spacewalks, during which astronauts exit the ISS to maintain the space station's exterior, as well as performing more than 200 science experiments.
The family of a mentally unstable man in Detroit wants answers as to why city police officers shot him 38 times. According to authorities, officers killed a 22-year-old man during a mental health check because he charged at them with a knife. Police Chief James White said in a press conference Tuesday that body camera footage was released and officers are trained to, quote, stop the threat. The 5 officers are on administrative leave until the investigation is over.
Police in Northern California are investigating a series of unsolved homicides in which they say could be tied to one killer. 6 homicides had been confirmed in total, leaving California residents in fear of a potential serial killer. Police confirmed that ballistic tests have linked the shootings, and there is a $95,000 reward for information that could lead to an arrest.
Russian President Vladimir Putin has signed an annexation of 4 Ukrainian regions. This decision comes from the Russian military struggling to control a new territory that was added due to a violation of international laws. The documents that finalized the annexation were published on a Russian government website.
Ukraine joined Spain and Portugal's bid to host the 2030 World Cup. The announcement was made during a press conference at European football governing body UEFA headquarters. The Spain-Portugal-Ukraine bid for the 2030 marquee football tournament has UEFA's support and will compete against other partnership bids, including Egypt, Greece, Saudi Arabia, as well as a South American bid.
Crocs is having one of its biggest giveaways in company history, and you're going to want to hear it coming up.
The Guardians are gearing up for postseason baseball, but are looking to finish regular season play on a high note. We'll have highlights of last night's game when TV2 News returns.
And now, your TV2 Sports Report.
Welcome back to TV2 News. I'm Jack Berney with your TV2 Sports Report. We have an update on the Guardians playoff matchup, but we start right here with a look at Kent State football. Over the weekend, Wisconsin fired their head football coach, Paul Chryst. Now, Kent State head coach Sean Lewis's name has been brought up as a potential candidate for the vacant coaching position at his alma mater, Wisconsin. TV2 and other media members asked Lewis about the situation earlier this week. Take a look.
Everything that's going on, with my name, I guess, around that. And all I can say is that that's a testament to our kids and how well that they're playing, right? Because of the way that they're playing, the way that they're performing, and the things that are going on, that's why my name gets brought up with some of those things. And that's something that we've all dealt with, that the team has dealt with. That's just external noise. But I'm glad they're talking about us because that means our kids are playing really, really good. And I'm thankful for that. And I love serving our kids here.
Before we get to the Cleveland Guardians, we have the biggest story last night in all of sports. Aaron Judge of the New York Yankees hit his 62nd home run of the season last night, breaking Roger Maris's 61-year single-season AL record. Now, President Joe Biden took to Twitter to congratulate Judge, saying, "Thanks for giving baseball fans everywhere a great season." The home run ball has an estimated worth of between $1 and $2 million. Corey Humans, the fan who caught the ball, says he doesn't know what he will do with the historic baseball artifact. Nonetheless, it's a historic achievement in an MVP season for Aaron Judge. And the Guardians were in action last night in one of their final tune-ups before postseason play. As we are going to take things to Progressive Field, hopefully here, the Guardians took on the Royals last night. Here we go. As Vinny Pasquanito hits one deep to center, Miles Straw makes the nice catch diving into the wall to keep us at a scoreless tie. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Jose Ramirez hits one high. It is hit deep to left, and it is off the top of the wall. Straw and Rosario are going to score. The Gardos are going to take a 2-1 lead in this one, but they were not done in the fifth inning as the cash cow himself, Owen Miller, steps up to the plate. That ball is hit high, and it is not coming back into the left field bleachers. The Guardians take a 5-1 lead after that. Top of the ninth now, last chance for the Royals. Emmanuel Clase gets the Royals. Isbell the swing and miss. Clase's league-leading 42nd save gives the Guardians a 5-3 win. They moved to 91-70 on the year. And let's take a look at the MLB playoffs bracket as the MLB playoffs are set to begin on Friday. The Cleveland Guardians will be the 3 seed and host the 6-seeded Tampa Bay Rays in a best-of-3 wild-card series. First pitch for Friday and Saturday's games are at 12:07 p.m. and for Sunday's game, it's at potential game 3 at 4:07 p.m. The winner of that series will face the 2-seeded Yankees. On the other side of the AL bracket, the 4-seeded Toronto Blue Jays will host the 5th-seeded Seattle Mariners. The winner will face top-seeded Houston. And now, if I had to give you a quick prediction for those wildcard series, I think the Guardians will win their wildcard series in 3 games, and Toronto will beat Seattle in 2 games to advance to the ALDS. That's all I have for sports. I've been Jack Berney. Stay classy, Portage County.
Thanks, Jack. While some are focused on that MLB playoff bracket, the rest of us are looking forward to the Fat Bear Week bracket. How to vote? Ahead. Crocs is giving away thousands of free pairs of clogs to celebrate its 20th anniversary. It's all part of Free Pair for All Croctober daily shoe giveaway set to run through Friday, October 7th.
Crocs were first released in 2002. The shoe brand got a resurgent bump during the coronavirus pandemic. The company reported record annual revenue of $2.3 billion in 2021. That was up a whopping 67% over 2020.
And the chubby champions of Fat Bear Week return. Fat Bear Week is an annual tournament celebrating Alaskan brown bears' success in prep for the winter hibernation. Katmai National Park partners every year with Explore.org for a single elimination tournament to crown America's favorite and fattest bear. Download your bracket and on Explore.org to predict your own Fat Bear winner.
It's the best bracket that I think I've ever seen.
You know, I have never heard of Fat Bear Week until today, and it's very interesting.
Very interesting.
Neither have I, but you can always sign me up to fill out a bracket. I love filling out brackets for March Madness as a sports guy. So I'll definitely check out Fat Bear Week and give my votes, for sure.
Yeah. Matt, are you going to vote?
Absolutely. Why wouldn't you, right? I mean, it only comes down once a year.
Exactly.
This is the best.
Right. Alexa, have you seen some of those pictures of the Cubs?
I've never seen them, but I would love to see them.
Yes,
and I've
okay.
never filled out a bracket before, but I might
I'll have
actually
to
fill
show
one
you,
out for this.
I'll have to show you after this
Yes.
show. Yes. All right. Well, that is all the time we have for you today.
Thank you for joining us.
For updates on all these stories and more, visit our website at kentwire.com.
And our social media platforms at KentWire. I'm Jack Berney.
I'm Alexa Blakely.
I'm Matt Carali.
And I'm Alexandria Manthey. Have a great and safe night, Portage County.